What's good, you guys? You know who it is, man. It's your boy, Mr. Relentless Lex, and I'm back like I never left this mother. Yes, Sirski. All right, so, man, we got Steve Harvey blasting his daughter, Lori Harvey, for selling nudes to Playboy, and she's going broke, bro. I know Steve is about to blow a fuse, bro. I know he's about to blow a fuse. Now, one thing about Steve, he cared about his reputation for him and his family. Now, his daughter is selling nudes to Playboy. Dang. I can't wait to see him, by the way. I'm just playing. Spicy.
It looks like there might be a lot of drama between Steve Harvey and his favorite daughter, Lori, because the streets are saying that Steve has a major issue with Lori's recent Playboy magazine cover because it is steamy, to say the least. Now, Lori has been a very controversial figure in the past couple of years, all thanks to her love life. She has dated some of the biggest eligible bachelors in Hollywood, and her love life has been so messy that Steve has come under accusations of pimping her out to multiple men in the industry. But judging by Steve's reported reaction, it looks like Lori has been doing that all on her own. The streets are saying that Steve is not handling Lori's decision well, especially because there are rumors that she might be selling her naughty pictures. But why on earth is Lori doing all that? Has she really gotten broke after getting dumped by Damson Idris? Wow. Let's talk about this. Lori doing Playboy magazine was not on our bingo cards for 2025, but here we are. If there is one thing that we know about Playboy photo shoots, they are not for the faint-hearted. The magazine is known for being very racy and adult, and even though we haven't seen the full pictures from the photo shoot, the sneak peeks that we've seen so far are more than enough to assure us that this particular photo shoot is about to be one of the steamiest that we've seen from the magazine.
Whoa.
When we first saw the video,
now, I've never ordered Playboy before. I've never looked at a Playboy book. But Lori is fire on here, bro. Let's capture that again. Hello, Lori. Pre-order. Where can I pre-order?
When we first saw the video, fans were all over Steve Harvey, accusing him of making Lori do stuff like this, even though it's not exactly what she wants. In case y'all missed it, there have been rumors for a long time about how Steve was the brain behind Lori's very high-profile love life, which is why she seems to always be in the right place at the right time to meet all the eligible bachelors in Hollywood. For a long time, this narrative made a lot of sense because it explained why Lori's love life outshined her siblings, even Steve's biological daughters, and this caused a lot of trouble in the family because the rest of the kids felt jealous of Lori and how famous she was. According to an insider, Steve did the right thing adopting Marjorie's kids and loves them like his own, but there's a lot of dissension among the blended Harvey clan. There has unfortunately been some jealousy lingering amongst the siblings over Lori, who's the most famous of all Steve's kids, taking over the spotlight with her high-profile love life. This also explains why Steve spends so much time with Lori and not the rest of the kids. He even took her out on father-daughter dates frequently.
On one of our annual father-daughter dates to my favorite Japanese restaurant, and you just started talking to me about guys, and you just told me that you know, always supported me and you would always be there for me no matter what, and you loved me unconditionally.
And not only did his other kids not get his special treatment from him, but he was pretty much a deadbeat the entire time. For example, his son Broderick revealed that he didn't even have a relationship with Steve until he was about 15 or 16.
I didn't really have my dad full-time into my life until I was 16.
But that's not all, because he couldn't even be bothered to attend his own daughter's graduation. Someone who went to high school with the twins made this revelation saying, "I went to high school with the twins. They were a few years ahead of me, but people always talked and all eyes were on them because of who their father was. He wasn't present at their graduation. Plus, he doesn't seem to care all that much about Marjorie's two other kids. I mean, sure, he adopted all three of her kids, but again, it's clear as day that Lori is his favorite and none of the other kids even come close. Steve was easily her biggest supporter, always hyping her up and proudly standing by her side when it mattered most. Whether she was landing modeling gigs, dating high-profile men, or making waves on the red carpet, he was right there smiling for the cameras and co-signing every move. The way he treated Lori compared to the other kids didn't get unnoticed. It's no surprise they've been harboring some resentment. Being proud of a stepchild is one thing, but the way Steve seemed to put Lori on a pedestal while his other kids took a back seat, yeah, that was bound to stir up some hard feelings because the favoritism was clear as day. And let's be real, those father-daughter outings only made things worse, especially now that all these messy allegations about Steve pimping her out are circulating. Were those just innocent bonding moments, or was he strategically placing her in the circles he wanted her to be in? And speaking of her being in some elite circles, Lori has dated some pretty elite men in the industry. I'm talking about men like Future, Michael B. Jordan, and most recently Damson Idris. Back in late 2020, she and MBJ went public and people swore she had officially hit the jackpot. I mean, he was people's sexiest man alive, a certified Hollywood A-lister, and had never been this publicly booed up before. They gave us Instagram-worthy moments, luxurious vacations, and even matching outfits. The whole fairy tale. Michael looked like he was all in, lavishing Lori with expensive gifts, renting out entire aquariums for private dates, and posting her like she was the one. Folks really thought wedding bells were on the horizon, but then June 2022 came around, and just like that, they were done. Word on the street was that Michael was ready to settle down, but Lori, not so much. Fans had a field day joking that MBJ's Lori subscription had expired and that Steve blocked the renewal because he had other plans for her. And just like clockwork, Lori popped out with Damson Idris. By January 2023, she—
Wait a minute, she's even giving herself a break? That was 3, and how many years? How long is she spending with these guys, bro? She's not even giving herself time to breathe. So yes, I think Steve is, he's spending some daddy-daughter, he's putting her on the game. And who's to try to talk to next, bro? Are you even healed from these relationships, though?
The Snowfall Star were Instagram official after he posted a story of him kissing her on the cheek. That was all it took for the streets to get the message. But this relationship, it felt different. The public moments were few and far between, and people weren't exactly convinced they had that real spark. Sure, they showed up to a few red carpets together, but by November 2023, it was a wrap. Insiders started whispering that the whole thing had been a PR stunt orchestrated by Steve. Allegedly, Lori got the clout of being linked to another Hollywood name, while Damson got the publicity boost that came with dating her. A win-win, right? But at some point, you have to wonder, was Lori actually in on these alleged PR schemes, or was Steve pulling all the strings behind the scenes? The rumors got stronger after she started dating Diddy, and the internet lost its mind. At the time, Lori was just 22, and Diddy was pushing 50, which means they had a nearly 28-year age gap between them. That alone had the internet buzzing, and people wasted no time pointing out how odd the whole dynamic was. But wait, it gets even messier. Diddy had actually known Lori for years before they started dating. He and Steve Harvey ran in similar circles, though they weren't exactly besties. The fact that Diddy had known Lori since she was a teenager, yeah, that made things even more awkward. Lori was almost like family to him, and he'd known her when she was still a minor. So for him to turn around and pursue a romantic relationship with her once she was grown, that raised a lot of eyebrows. However, the truly messy part was the rumors about how Lori not only dated Diddy, but also allegedly dated Diddy's son. However, she quickly shut down the rumors, denying that she ever dated father and son.
Get written about you in the press. But I've always wanted to know, what is like the biggest misconception about who Lori Harvey is?
It's so funny because I'm so quiet.
Yeah.
There's been so many stories that have been made up about me. Like I've seen stories about me being like fully in love with somebody and we have like this whole relationship, and I'll see the guy and I'm like, I've actually never even met him before.
No.
Like full-blown stories I've heard. I've dated a father and son before.
Not true?
Through all of this, fans have always blamed Steve because everyone thought that he was forcing her to do all this, even though there was no evidence of him doing anything. But with her new Playboy photo shoot and the rumors of Steve's strong reaction, it looks like it has been all Lori all the way.
Dang,
the issue
Lori.
of Playboy that Lori is featured in is being planned to be a big deal because it's about to be Playboy's first physical copy in 5 years, and they're planning a very big rollout. This means that we're going to see some very racy pictures of Lori in the coming weeks, and it is reportedly not something that Steve wants to see. I mean, y'all remember how he reacted to this innocent picture of Lori and MBJ.
Never seen that picture before.
You done saw that picture before. Tomorrow, I've never seen that picture before.
Very uncomfortable with that picture right there.
If he's that bothered about that innocent picture, can y'all imagine how he would feel seeing her in those steamy pictures? Yeah, it's probably not something he wants to see. This makes us kind of wonder why Lori even did the photo shoot in the first place. There are reports that Lori did it because she might be going broke. Now, we don't know for sure that this is the case, but when you think about this, she hasn't been making waves in the past couple of months. She hasn't really had new endorsements, and her skincare brand, Skin by LH, hasn't been doing so well. There haven't been new posts from the brand's social media. There have been no updates. dates, and it's been crickets for a while. So yeah, there is a possibility that she might be hurting for cash, which would explain her posing for Playboy. It looks like we might have misjudged Steve all this time, but I want to know how you guys feel about this.
Wow. Lori says, Steve, Dad, Pops, or whatever she call him, Mr. Harvey, she said, I'm grown, and I'm going to get this Playboy check. I mean, she is grown, Steve. Come on now. She's grown. She could do whatever she want to do. But for your father to be Steve Harvey, if you are just doing it for the money, that's crazy. That is crazy. But I would say pump your brakes on the boyfriends, though. Lori, I got to say pump your brakes on the boyfriends. Now, I may support the Playboy magazine just because I support black businesses. I may just do that, you guys. But hey, 5 years, Playboy said Lori would be the perfect candidate for the rollout of the new Playboy come up. Steve Harvey daughter. That's crazy. But hey, like I said, she could do what she want to do, man. She's grown. You know, we can't live her life for her. So her dad's going to be the one that's, oh man. I can see comedians now. Cat Williams is going to be the first one that Cat going to expose that. Cat going to say, in the next comedy show he do, I guarantee you Cat going to talk about Steve Harvey's daughter being in the Playboy magazine. It wouldn't surprise me if he didn't.